our featured presentation. Oh, I got a drunken dwarf on RuneScape that wants to talk to me for anything else. He gave me beer and a kebab. Let's go. Thanks, Zoe. Alright, so I don't remember what exactly I was doing. I was fucking tired as hell. That frog person knows what they're doing. I could just keep doing like just the nut stuff. Is that a lot of experience? Everyone's looking for a tank. Oh my goodness. You think if I do this roulette, I'm actually gonna get a dungeon that's like 80 or something? I'll do this because I also want to get some levels at the same time. Whew. I didn't even get to my inventory. That was too fucking quick. Oh, okay, yeah, probably. Please don't be my Toya's relic. Wait, I'm at the last part of the. Wait, where am I? What is this place? I've never heard about this. Oh, it's entirely hard? Lock summon me, boyos, I'm coming. Our savior? What even? I'm asking them what even happened. Oh, disconnect. Well, lucky me right there, free XP. I didn't mean, when I said lock summon, I didn't mean lock summon like that. I was joking about the lock summon. Well, I guess that's another way of saying lock summon. I don't know why I ran in there. I thought that's what I was supposed to do. There's no way I can get out of that in time. I'm not gonna bother. Why this mechanic reminds me a lot about that first boss in the new dungeon. Also, that first dungeon was crazy. Like, it wasn't like hard, but it surprised me how much I had to think about it. Like, when the fucking normal dungeon starts using tank busters on you, I don't know how to feel about that. Okay. It was chaotic, but like I did some plays in there. I'm happy I got the recording because there was some stuff that I did that was mysterious at best. But you know what? We did it, and it didn't matter. exercising the right, believing. The final boss was like kind of easy actually for me. I kind of just like I just barreled in on like on the main guy, and then we killed him first, and everyone else just kind of fell apart like immediately. The first one had the most like odd mechanics, and I only figured out how like the second one worked by the time it died. Well, I kind of knew, but it kept doing stuff that was like unexpected, you know. Someone in the party said, "Hello, first time here." I'm like, how do you even know you're your first time? We don't even know what we're in yet. Castrum Marinum, yeah. How do they say it's their first time in this dungeon and they don't even, unless they like specifically queued for it? I've only did this like once. I'm new here. I don't know what's happening. Also, you know what's really cool? Salted Earth now casts at your feet automatically. You can't set it anywhere you want anymore. This is exactly what I wanted. That's the only difference I've noticed. He's too big to target. Wait, what? I didn't expect him to literally move proactively. I thought it would be like a slice at a time there. I don't even have my tank stance on at all. What the fuck? Oh, you cheeky fuck. I already don't like this. The positional job now has the least positional. Be happy, now you get to play the game and enjoy it instead of sweating about math and shit. I lost my mouse. That was kind of weird. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out these divisionals of the boss. It's weird enough if I have to learn how to know where to stand here, and you're telling me I have to know where to stand in my optimal punches. Sounds like a pain in the ass. I don't want to play melee. I believe. Damn it. Okay, I wasn't even hit by that. Relax. Wait, Carbon Spit and Abyssal Drain now both have the same cooldown? They share the same cooldown. That's not good. Wait, there's more? I thought I was gonna get my EXP now. Who's this guy? Blue Power Ranger? Red Power Ranger? Red Power Ranger with blue hair? What the fuck? What is all this? Oh, that guy across from me is dead. Oh, I didn't see that there's 2 layers below that. My bad. Someone's going over here. I'm gonna go over here too. I lost track of my mouse there for a second when I tried to dodge that. It's not good. Good time to pop reprisal, I guess. That was easy. Easy. That was totally improv, but totally easy. I don't know why they put an extreme trial in the trial roulette though. Kind of weird. I got barely any XP from that at all. No more raids. Alliance raids. Leveling roulette. Oh shit, it's Max Holt. We saw him earlier. He's still playing. This man. This fucking beast. Let's go. Max man. Alright, back to the story, guys. We're getting in on this. Kryl and Grahatia has been having a pleasant conversation until you barged in. Oh, wow. Oh, there you are. Feeling refreshed, I hope? I was about to make my way to the studio. As it happens, I wanted to try and speak with Scholar, I'm not even try that, and thank him for coming to our rescue in Rosterwood. As it turns out, he'd come here to see us following the hearing, only to find that we've already departed to Zavnir. Knowing him, he was probably hoping to chew the cud of his former students. Since we're still waiting for Ishtola and the others, I thought now the perfect time to pay him a visit. Care to join me? Then it's settled, the twins... Get rolled, old guy. Then it's settled, the twins will be coming too. Assuming Alphino can tear himself away from his toys, I'll let you rally the troops while I go on ahead to the phenomenon. Considering my recent impropriety, perhaps I should avoid showing my face around the studio for a time. That might be best. If the others should return, tell them we will not be long. Now that it's snowing, can we explain how the water gets to that pot over there? I will find out. Oh, look at that! Look at Alphinote over here doing this weird stick magic. Heading out for a stroll. The Scarlark himself is here? In that case, what are we waiting for? Yes, the snow fills the bucket, and it's actually like insulated, so the snow melts very slowly, and that's how they have enough to make it rain for a long time. Big brain, we solved it. I'm a plumber now. I'm too eager to see him, though. I somewhat dread the thought of visiting the studio. I dare say our notoriety precedes us. Alpha Node, of all people worrying about his reputation, and our alma mater, no less. Alma mater? I don't even, those are big words. Will wonder never cease. You'll understand soon enough. Off we go. Yeah, then it melts and it pours out. Yeah, the knowledge god, decided to piss his wisdom into that pot proactively. He comes down every weekend and decides to piss in there after hours. It's a flood of knowledge. It's an analogy. It's the endless flood of knowledge falling out of the pot into the ocean of knowledge. Like how the Charlians pour knowledge out of their head and give it to the vast ocean of knowledge. They provide for the world with their knowledge, and that's how this pot endlessly pours knowledge into the universe that is knowledge. Knowledge. And thus it never runs out of water because knowledge is infinite. I've read too much dialogue at this point. That's ooh, 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 ooh. There's another pod up there. There's more plumbing. Are you serious? Oh no. What's this one represent now? Quick, we need Soda Poppin' in here. He needs to cover this. He needs to explain this. While most of the space is taken up by expansive auditoriums, it also housed numerous laboratories, test grounds for experimental magics, and hosting administrative. Okay. As the center of what would later become the studio, I don't even stop the auto roll. It has established to promote the study of ethereological phenomena, hence the name. Though, with Aether being fundamental aspect of nature, its scope expanded to include every conceivable facet of life and even the universe itself. And then, in the 432nd year of the 6th Astral Era, Phenomenon was decreed complete and the studium officially opened as a place of learning. With a long and storied history, it is without question the world's leading authority in aetherology, the arcane, the occult, astromancy, and countless other fields stand proud as Charlian's foremost educational institute. Can't believe we're going to school. These nerds. You always did enjoy giving a grand tour to new students. Indeed, I've long since lost track of how many times he has recited that same foppish speech, such is his undying love for the old stamping grounds. He was in top form back then, youngest to enter the studium, graduated with highest honors in magical arts and aetherology, disputed champion of the debating chamber. Hold on, you both joined the studium at the same age, yes? And from where I stand, you're equally prodigious scholars. Nice of you to say, but Alpha Node actually entered half a year before me, nor did I do well enough to graduate with honors, but I'm certain not the studium's most notorious master debater. In all respects, have I ever been in his shadow, if nothing else, just remember that this is where the legend of Alpha Node Leveler began. Great. You know, my favorite character is getting backstory. This is my favorite part of this whole story, as you know. I'm so excited to get into this. We should expect everyone to be fully aware of our recent escapades. Hopefully we'll be somewhat more welcome here than we were in the last stand. I know better than anyone the adoration the student body has for Alpha Node, and with a bit of luck, it might work to our advantage. You tell me this guy has bitches in there? He's gonna have a bunch of fangirls in there running after him, nerdy girls. Well, there's no time like the present. Return to Alpha Tone and Alizato. That actually got me when I saw the naming convention. I'm like, no way. First things first, let's look for Scholark's Monteshane. Others faculty tend to frequent our offices, but unfortunately for us, he's fond of wandering wherever so his whims take him. Let's split up and ask the students if they've seen him. I like this. Ba, ba. This like jazzy kind of music, and now we're back to this water level music. We could have kept it up, you know. Oh, you know what I'm gonna say? I'm not gonna say it though. That was Alpha the Leveler, wasn't it? The Alpha Node Leveler. And he's with his sister, Master Baldessian's granddaughter. This could only mean one thing. An event of epoch-shattering proportions is fast approaching. Spread the word. It's okay, you called him a copium mate. Oh, sorry, you said you're looking for the Scholark, yes? Knowing him, you could be anywhere, but Miss Alipo should we have a better idea. So can I, like, learn things from this place? Can I learn to be a better tank? Can I learn to be better at the game in general? I don't think these guys know. Yo, that tree is so detailed over there. Look how much fucking graphics are there. Are you lost? Wandering off the streets, perhaps? Wait, don't tell me. You're a trainee gleaner, fresh off the guild ship. I'm right, aren't I? Oh, how silly of me. An orientation is in order. Allow me to bid you a warm welcome to Searcher's Meet. Let me start with a question. What is the most important thing you'll find in the studio? That's right, books. And what's the second most important? Why, that's simple. Everything else. Wow. That's what we deal in the Searcher's Meet. Whenever the students or tutors find themselves in need of equipment or materials, they come to us. If we don't have it in our stores, we send the gleaners off to find it. Honestly, you wouldn't believe some of the requests we get. Eye of Paisa, this tongue of Gigantode, that it's enough to make your hair stand on end. Which is possibly what some of the students are trying to accomplish, this being a school of magic and all. As our newest gleaner, you have the work cut out for you, but I think you'll find it quite rewarding. The only thing I'm interested in gleaning is information on the scholar's whereabouts. I always pick the snarky response. If it's there, I'll pick it. I beg your pudding. You're not a pudding. I beg your pudding. You're not a gleaner. Then this was an elaborate ruse? No, wait. Come to think of it, you never actually claimed to be one in the first place. My mistake. He was here, but he's not. I did speak with him shortly before you arrived, though. He said he was on his way to the Maker's Meet. Go back the way you came, and you'll see it on the opposite side of the entrance. It's a laboratory of sorts, home to many rare and expensive curios, not to mention alarmingly frequent accidents. If you lose your way, just follow the blood-curdling screams. I like this girl, she's got some wit. In the time it's taken me to tell you all this, the scholar has probably already left. Best of luck finding him. I have a feeling you'll need it. You got like a PA system or something? I know these guys have PA systems. I remember the Garlean people had PA systems. So there's no reason why everyone else shouldn't have PA systems. I should be able to shout really loud and this scholar will come eventually. If I make a big enough scene, maybe he'll come and think I'm deranged and I can go and talk to him. You know, I need to bring him to me. Yes, the Scholark was here a short while ago. Oh my god, you were right. He offered me advice on my current research project. Though we spoke at length, I don't recall him mentioning where he was planning to go next. When we parted ways, he went down the corridor, perhaps to one of the auditoriums? Thank you, Bippy. Let's go. Run, my stumpy legs. Keep up, keep up. I judge by this pile of people over here that this is the guy I'm looking for, isn't it? Oh, this is the man!
Ah, I remember you.
Oh, it's auto dialogue. Okay, good.
I pray we have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
Well, I could hardly let that inquisition go unchallenged. I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye, but a majority nonetheless.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation.
So,
if any at all.
is any of this spoilers
Though
now?
I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause.
I don't want to ruin your
I'm
experience.
told you paid a visit to the annex afterwards.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galuf and Louisoix in a less dour setting. But it seems I just missed you. I still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the Forum. Why, it fair brought a tear to my own eye. You must have the patience of a saint, putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind Matoya's prize student. Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings.
Wait, what?
If you ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask.
Yeah, how do I kill Alpha Node? Is there advice for that possibly? Just wanted to know.
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss.
Wait,
What can you tell us of
okay.
this duty that the Forum must fulfill?
Nothing, I'm afraid. Like all humble
Remove
servants
his
of the
drip.
Forum, I am sworn to secrecy.
Why is the lip sync on my thing not... Wait a minute.
Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried.
I'm an idiot. I'm looking at the past stream. I'm looking at the
Our
stream
duty
itself.
is of the gravest importance.
No wonder, I'm an
Furthermore,
idiot.
if the particulars were made public, it would incite widespread panic.
I'm gonna be honest with you though, he does have
As
that
such,
drip though.
those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment, which prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the Forum.
What? They're literally
How is
sworn
that
to
even
secrecy?
possible?
Of course they are. I'll disenchant you.
It's been some time since I last gave a lecture. Please, take a seat.
Yeah, Alpha Node, like, as much as I hate him and say horrible stuff about him, I will say one good thing. He's got that drip. Like, they both do. They're both rocking that style. So, Alize should have kept her T weapon. I don't know why she switched to that purple one. Whoa, sheesh. Is he a Porksy? Did he do Porksy magic?
We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology.
Why am I learning this? I don't want to be a caster.
The
Fuck
ether,
you.
which imbues us with life, can be categorized into three forms.
Earth, water, and mind. I mean, body, mind, and spirit.
Two are of the incorporeal sort, the soul, and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third?
I was right about one of them. Body, 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 body. I know how Aether works. It's probably gonna be magic. Magic is the body. Jesus is the bread.
Not entirely inaccurate, but nor is it the answer I was looking for. That would be corporeal ether.
I thought that was the wrong answer. That sounds stupid.
This is the form with which the layman is most familiar.
Why would Aether be made out of
Consumed
Aether?
by even the simplest of daily activities, and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us.
Smart
This
tank
form
brain.
of ether is in constant flux.
I swing sword. Sword is Aether.
In contrast, the ether that comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change.
Also, I hate how they say
The same
Ether.
can be said for memory.
Ether
as
is
the two
not
are
how I say
intrinsically
it.
linked.
I say Aether, not Ether.
Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it.
I can't read that. Welcome to Hyperion?
Now, what would happen if that paper was doused with ink? The same type of ether as comprises the memories.
Yeah, it's gonna fade away. It's like I'm Tom Riddle. Yo, this is you and me in a class. We're both making jokes and not paying attention to the lecture. Your mom gay. No, you.
It would blot out everything that was written.
the hell are they talking about? It's blind.
Precisely. We would be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them would be hindered as well.
Why don't you just draw over the ink, carve your way through the
In
ink?
fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago. And what might that have been?
You still get it right. You'd be paying attention and subsequently
The seventh
ruining me
umbral
at the same
calamity.
time. Seventh umbral calamity? How did we get there? I thought we were
The
talking about
people of
ink.
Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon
I
and
thought that-
raining hellfire down upon the realm.
I thought this was art class. Why are we learning
But
about
no one could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
Well, the server crashed. That's probably why.
Indeed. To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act.
We went to 2.0. That's why no one remembers. They all DC'd.
The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the Forum is based on a similar principle. And yes, it is a contravention of the Charlian prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation.
It's illegal?
Only when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the process. A necessary evil. You have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace.
I can't believe
I should hope not. But can this...
I can't believe the
If
forum
9/10 of
is
our
locked
members
behind
give
an
their
NDA.
approval, then the process may be reversed.
They have an NDA
Then,
agreement.
and
They
only
can't talk
then,
about anything.
would we be able to speak freely to others of our sacred duty.
Oh, you actually played League. Oh, I didn't even know. I thought you were joking about ARAM, something related to like this game or something, like you're ARAMing in the queue or something. Non-disclosure Aether shit. Yeah. If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then and only then will we be able to speak freely to others of the sacred duty. Well, how are we gonna get that to happen? That's not gonna happen. These guys are dicks. Why do we even need their? Okay, this is the part that I'm missing. That maybe maybe like the other stuff would explain. Why do we need Charlian's help? These are a bunch of old elf nerds with pens.
Barring that,
What?
we must wait until we...
Sorry. We just discussed how there's a whole backstory about how these guys literally abandoned war to be like brainiacs and shit like
For
that.
there we will be purified.
So like, why do we
the
need?
blots upon our
an-
souls washed clean.
Shut up! Why do we need an entire like faction of alpha nodes running around in this war? We like what are they gonna possibly do? Why are we here trying to recruit them? They're pencil pushing nerds. So you managed to download the whole game and do 3 ARAM games before you even got it once. They look like they're limpio. Like there's probably so many other people. What about like Alamigo? What about like I don't know. What about the Beast Tribes or something? You're all on stream too. Anyone come and watch? Oh shit, welcome to Hyperion.
And our memories drift apart and dissolve. Rather defeating the purpose, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess. I'm gonna turn on the light because it says welcome to Hydados. You know, Eureka.
But there are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls.
I'm pretty sure it actually
Some
does
believe.
say welcome to Hydaelyn, I think it said. But I was memeing.
What happens after that?
We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others, and create souls anew. Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world.
Welcome to the
Reborn
Hydaelyn.
into another form.
Are we talking about
Both theories
afterlives
have their
now?
proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable.
I thought we were in art class. And how little chairs are in this classroom? Are we social distancing in this school? Like, is this limited capacity schooling that we have here?
Well, I think that's enough education for today. Now that I've given you some food for thought.
At least 3
Or
people could
rather,
probably sit on those tables.
an entire banquet.
I got free curriculum learning without any schooling.
I would remind you that although I'm unable to assist you with certain matters, the resources at my disposal may still be of use to you.
Our souls recycled. Well,
I'll
obviously they're
arrange for you
recycled.
all to be given the run of Phenomenon.
Isn't that the Warrior of Light kind
Of
of
course,
thing?
as associate to our alumni and the students of Baldessian, this privilege is extended to you as well, my friend.
Neat.
Oh, and I suggest you speak with Ki Aliapo. She's well known among the artisans of Sharlayan, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge.
Knowledge.
I wish you all the best in your pursuits, wheresoever they may take you.
Whoa, that detached laugh kind of spooked me. I'm like, that didn't sound like it came from them at all. That spooked me to hell. Hey, I got a weapon! Do I finally have a weapon that surpasses Shadowbringers? You've been granted a run of the phenomenon. If you're game. Oh, I didn't even read that sentence. If you are game, Ki Alipo would put your artisanry to good use. It's not a cat though, so is he really weak? Computer weapon coffer. Hey, they just automatically gave it to me. I mean, this weapon is already better than what I had. And it does not seem like that difference. It doesn't really take away from my whole outfit, does it? It could be a little more gold, you know, a little more holy. Oh, and a chest piece. Well, that's giving me much to mull over. I feel as though we're one step closer to understanding the form's true motives and the mysteries of life itself for that good measure. We didn't learn anything. Or maybe this is the one cutscene I didn't pay attention to just now that probably mattered, because I didn't gather anything from all of that. It's funny, I came here with the intent of expressing my gratitude, only to leave more in-depth to defend the war. I have a feeling his friendship and support will be a great boon to us in the days to come. And on that note, let's head back to the annex. Perhaps on the way I can better acquaint yourself with Qui Alipo, as the scholars suggested, while I share our findings for Raha. Again, why do we call him Raha if his name is Raha? Is that like a pet name? I don't like it. Also, this music like really stands out from the whole map. Like, it doesn't sound bad, but it sounds like this would be like a lo-fi remix that Square Enix would release like now after like the original song or something. I still wouldn't be surprised if the Sharlayan people are working with the Assmen. We have a guild member that already reached level 90. They skipped all the cutscenes. He said he was a slave for a bit. He said all the cat people were slaves for a bit. Welcome back. From what I hear, your trip to the studio proved most educational. While you were away, I received word from our fellow scions. As expected, news of warding scales was met with such joy. Preparations are now underway to bring the leadership of the Grand Company of Eorzea to the Eastern Alliance together to determine a way forward. My friends have asked that we bring the scales in our possession to Limsa Laminsa. So the time has come for us to go on the offensive. It's too early to say for certain, but that does seem to be the way the winds are blowing. I, for one, can think of no reason to oppose such a plan. Let's see what awaits us in Vilfran. Let's start by getting the scales out the storage. Give me a hand. They're gonna be gone. Someone stole them, I guarantee you. Let's go. Ew, I didn't realize the crates were so heavy. Someone filled them with rocks. I shouldn't complain though. Bertra and the alchemists of great work put their heart and soul into each and every one of these scales, so you must treat them with the utmost care. Are you not coming with us? As much as I would like to escape the form's watchful gaze, I have little choice but to stay behind. We're already on thin ice, and if I, in my capacity as our official representative, were found to be consorting with foreign powers, well, you can imagine how that would go. I shall remain here and do my utmost to avoid ruffling any more feathers as I await word from Master Matoya and our other allies. It looks like it's a part of the jacket and like clip on. What I want to know is why the mom supplied her with some like short shorts. What kind of jumper suit is that? What kind of mom is that? The tide is about to turn, I can feel it. To Limsa Laminsa. Let's go, boyos. Also, I like how this room has a bunch of stuff I kind of recognize. Like, that thing up there is either Garuda or it's the fairy thing from Valdesian. And I don't know what this is. It's a piece of fan art of Moogles, I guess. Yeah, the good King Moogle mod, it says right there. And there's dialogue. I can't read the rest of it though. There's a map of places I don't care about. There's Azazla, I guess. That's Mordona up there, it looks like. And that's Eureka, the Primal, I think. And that's Azazla as well up there. Kind of looks like the Aurum Vale from Guild Wars, to be honest, as well. I don't know what this is. This is some Crystal Tower shit down here. And this is probably also some Crystal Tower shit as well. See, look at that. I know my locations, okay? I would win a 14 quiz. You act like I don't pay attention to anything. I know some stuff. And this is the Sea of Clouds. Yeah, obviously. Totally. Okay, it's gotta be, because I think that thing up there, the very top right, is like Azazla as well. I'm big brain. Yeah, imagine having to go into Charlian 1 and not Charlian 2 like we were in this whole time. Ah, I was told to expect you. As you may not be aware, the Admiral is at present entertaining the Elder Seasphere and the Sultana. 3 of the most powerful women in the world in one room. Do you need a moment to prepare or shall I show you to them? Why are you saying it like that? Are they about to die? Ethernet menu. Chat's talking about an Ethernet menu. What the hell is that? We have a new thing. Right. My apologies for calling you away from Charlene at such short notice. On the contrary, we are honored and grateful and pleasantly surprised to be joined by such esteemed company. 'Twas only right that the discussion be conducted in person. We are locked in a war of attrition. Our forces struggle to contain the threat posed by the towers, and it's only a matter of time before we are overwhelmed. Victory will only be claimed through decisive action, and we have taken the initiative to set the wheels in motion. It is reassuring to learn we are all in accord. But might I ask, what your plans entail? It hinges entirely on the warding scales and our ability to utilize their potential to the fullest. During your time in Charlene, the Allied nations have been engaged on separate fronts with no end in sight. To make matters worse, a surge of abductions of kobolds, Ixals, and Anada have given rise to an increased number of primals as well, but your triumph at Razahad has given us hope once more. The time has come to free ourselves of this menace, and it's you, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, who have shown us the way. While the bulk of our forces will continue to hold the Telophori at bay, we will dispatch our finest and strike in the enemy's heart, Garlemald. These brave few will be at Inselmar's contingent. Huh? To think such progress has been made in such a short span. This is another dungeon. Dungeon, please? Dungeon? Its objectives are twofold. The first is to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. As previous reports, countless Imperial soldiers and civilians have been tempered, robbed of their free will. They serve the Telophori's every whim without question. They too are victims. It is our duty to deliver them from their suffering, not for strategic or political gain, but because it's the right thing to do. I do not ask that we set aside the decades of conflict and conquest, that we simply choose to forgive and forget. I ask only that in choosing to remember we did not forsake our compassion and morality, that, for without that, there is no reconciliation, only death without end. On that we can all agree. Our second objective is the colossal tower that Thancred and Urianger observed from the capital. Though its purpose remains unclear, it is reason to believe the smaller spires were merely precursors of what's yet to come. Until the Tower of Zot was toppled, we failed to make any headway, though the same could be said about the Telophori. There certainly is no rush to press further into our lands. That's what I wanted to know. If these towers literally just appeared out of nowhere, and just by getting near them is enough to brainwash you, then why didn't they just spawn the towers on the cities? Like, why did they make these towers that can brainwash people by proximity and put them so far away from the people they want to brainwash and not do anything with them? Why not just... And then they go out of their way to abduct people into the tower. Why not just bring the tower, and if you could place it anywhere, just put it on top of the city and brainwash everyone immediately? Then you don't have to take anyone because they're already brainwashed. That just wouldn't be fun. No, I don't accept that. You cannot, they cannot just nod that off. You can't just say, because the story needs to happen. That's a huge oversight, and they're horrible villains that they didn't think about that. Do a Sargeras, drop the sword right there in the middle of everyone, you know? I'd wager the Spire's primary purpose is to divide and keep us occupied while they look towards our annihilation. This would appear to be substantiated by your Stola's analysis of the tower's influence on ethereal currents. Based on her observations inside the Tower of Zot, the Spires siphon aether from the land, consuming it to maintain their form. However, they draw forth far more than is required for the task alone. Also, they're using body parts. Maybe they're trying to summon Exodia or something. There's just a bunch of limbs in all the different bits. The excess of aether remains unaccounted for, but we can be sure it's not being harnessed for our benefit. You wish me good vodka and good stream? I'll try my best. You have good sleep. Enjoy your sleeps. I will vodka. And keep reading until I can no longer read anymore. It wouldn't surprise me in the least if we were being redirected to a larger spire in the capital. There's a logic in that. Regardless, once we have uncovered the truth, vodka. Drink my vodka. We'll bring the schemes crashing down, along with the infernal towers. Love you too. That's all well and good, but what would you have us do? I assume it's more than handing over the scales and being on our way. We want you and your scales to join the Isengard contingent. Consider it the official request from both the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance. Do you accept? Perhaps you should be the one to answer that. Oh, I don't got a no option. Couldn't have put it better myself. Yustola, Thancred, and Urian J have already pledged their support and are on their way to meet the rest of the contingent. They were positive you would come to the same decision as they did. Luckily for all involved, their prediction was correct. Once you have delivered the warning scale to Alamink, the contingent will embark on its journey to Isengard. Raban and Lord Imeric are overseeing preparations, so I suggest you make yourselves known upon arrival. Pack warm clothes, fur, and the like without it holding to you in like Locroy so much as raw steel. As for us, we'll keep the enemy busy while you're gone. They're not the only ones who can create a diversion. Now go safe, in the knowledge that Eorzea will be with you as you left it, or better, upon your return. Ah, the Wanderers returned. You've been busy bringing down a tower and the keys destroying the rest of them. You should be proud. Those warning scales of yours are what made this whole venture possible. Will you, Lord Imeric, be leading the contingents? Regrettably, no. Our role is to organize the various delegations into a cohesive unit. Once we've seen you off, it's back to our respective posts. We dare not neglect our duties for long, lest our defensive efforts fall into disarray. And just between us, there's a fair amount of opposition to the formation of the Isengard's contingent. The very suggestion that we send out some of our finest troops behind enemy lines to render aid to the Garleans has made me rather unpopular in certain quarters. Can't please them all. Sadly not, though I do my best. Truth be told, I'd rather be on your side charging from the fray. Alas, in the battles of my own fight, the words may serve me better than any blade. I hate to say it, Lord Imeric's struggles mirror my own. For the time being, the best we can offer you is peace and confinement, knowing Eorzea is in safe hands. As we fight the good fight in Isengard, I and the other commanders will do what we can to convince the naysayers that our cause is just. Thanks, both of you. We meet again? Oh, this guy. Much has occurred since we parted ways in Where Lit? Much has occurred since we parted ways. Okay, I already read all that. My contribution on this occasion is but a minor one, that being the information I have shared with Maxima. For the sake of the people of Garlemald, may the fates be on your side. So, you're not coming with us. Strange, I thought you'd have a stake in this. I do. The Philosopheroids have laid waste to my homeland and enslaved my people. But though every mote of my being cries for vengeance, I cannot be on the one to deliver it. My presence alone would place the entire mission in jeopardy. I stand accused of murdering Emperor Varus and plunging Garlemald into chaos. Were I to travel to Isildur's contingent, I would give my countrymen ample cause to question my motives. Conversely, those who believe me innocent may instead celebrate the return of the former Legatus and attempt to raise me into a position of leadership, further destabilizing the region and complicating the mission. Whether I am branded a villain or hailed as a hero, I would only hinder your efforts. I doubt they would be happy to see the champion of Eorzea on this soil either. That's true, that's true. A fair point, but so long as you refrain from announcing your arrival to all and sundry, the average person should have no inkling as to your identity. Although your titles and deeds are common knowledge, only a select few will recognize you on sight alone. Perhaps one day they will learn that the Warrior of Light is not a demon to be feared, but a woman deserving of their trust. Trust the potato. In Light Gaius is rather a unique circumstance, and I instead will assume the role of your guide. Though I may be defective for political reasons, my love for Garlemald endures. I would stop at nothing to protect her and her people. Well said. Might I ask you to escort our friend inside? You might even bump into an old acquaintance or two, and if I don't see you again ere your depart, may the Fury guide and protect you, all of you. Gotta head to the bathroom already. I'm gonna do just that, actually. I'll be back. Just gonna get some water, go to the bathroom, stuff like that. I'm back with dinner. Oh my god, this is so good. I don't even know what this is, but this is really good dinner. You haven't remembered the myths of articles hidden and gathered in the royal palace. I shall inform them of your arrival and please make your way inside as soon as you're ready.
By the 12.
Glad you could join us. I hope you don't mind, but we went ahead and started without you.
As you can imagine, our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted. 'Tis a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose. We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world, including the people of Garlemald. Much rides on the efforts of the Ilsabard contingent.
Indeed, which is why I am glad to find myself in the company of many trusted comrades, yourselves included.
Lucia!
I have come at the behest of Lord Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. And for the good of all nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this mission through to its end. We have a hard road ahead of us, but walk it we shall, together.
We too welcome this opportunity to work together once more. I have faith that, if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company. Everyone! If I may have your attention. Might I ask you to speak first?
If I must. I am Arun Senna, spokesman for the Gridanian delegation.
I did not expect this
Here on
to sound
behalf
like
of
that.
my esteemed sister, the Elder Seedseer. We shall provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald. To that end, I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurers Guild, with the Order of the Twin Adder's Finest serving as our escort. Of course, With an experienced white mage such as yourself accompanying us as well, those requiring more involved treatment will be in safe hands. Raya O sends her regards, by the way.
Suppose I'd better say my piece.
Who are you?
Wait, I know you.
The name's Sicard, in case you've forgotten. Truth be told, I'd rather you had forgotten. Any road, the Admiral asked Captain Hillfear to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked me. Of course, if I'd refused, I'd be the laughingstock of the bloody executioners, and my reputation's taken enough of a keyhauling as it is. But more importantly, like any pirate worth his salt, I know when you're staring down a storm, you gotta trust in the commander of your ship. So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but the promise of peace in our time, then that's what we'll do.
Let's go.
Since we all know how much the Empire loves its steel, we thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy. Of course, just like the Gridanians, we got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skulls, believe you me.
This guy is Pog. He's so hyped.
Well, you're certainly raring to go.
Yeah,
But then again, so are we. The most dependable warriors of Uldar and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldin's behest. If Garlemald has truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telophoroi. We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold a path for others to follow. That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Terrapin and I will be leading from the front.
It's been some time since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield.
From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself. Master Matoya? The Avatar of Destruction? With comrades like these, I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us. And then we might finally get a chance to enjoy a good long rest. But until then, let's give it our all.
As for Ishgard, we Temple Knights have come in force to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies. The bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in of itself. Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead. Accordingly, I have been designated commander of the Ilzabad contingent. I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require. The four high houses, House Hylinart foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission. Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boon. They will address any problems of a technical nature, together with the smiths of Limpsa Lomitsa. There is another awaiting introduction.
Let's go.
Lord Emanolaine!
Ah, yes. Emanolaine de Forton, at your service. Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually. My brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself. Oh, and fight for world peace and all that. But, should the opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed gentleman of light.
What a weirdo. I dare say your fancy footwork may be all that stands between us and certain doom. Yeah.
Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale Honoroa with my tales of daring do.
I believe that concludes introductions for the Grand Company of Eorzea. Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed.
Well.
Would that be the shinobi of Doma?
Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various Eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however, an equally capable company of warriors has been sent in their stead.
3, 2, 1.
Out of my way, you preening fool!
Ah, there they are. Ah, the red, blue, and yellows. These guys.
Forgive us for coming late. We are the delegates of the Eastern Alliance.
Cyrena, and you've brought company.
For battle and blood we come, as a step is sorely lacking in both. No towers befoul our lands, so we marched on those of Doma, only to find them beyond our reach. But now our thirst for slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy!
Sadu Hatun, no. We go to make peace with the Iron Men, not war.
Warriors of the Steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are...
Members of the Dalmascan resistance group, Lente's Tears.
And the Bosnian resistance. Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is fortuitous, since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
Dalmasca, Bosnia, Alamigo. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire. I would never presume to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telophoroi, the common folk of Garlemald. And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy. But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth. They're just people. No different from you or I. They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we. So do we all. Fordola, who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again. Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland, the Imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders. Gaius bloody Baelsar himself is working to help rebuild Wurlid, a nation he once conquered. So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help. Or at least that they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good. It won't be easy, but we're all determined to make this world a better place.
What lingering concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted. I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly.
Then we are in accord. Now, let us review our strategy. To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garlond Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey. However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald would attract the attention of the Telophoroi. As they appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition,
given the circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glaciers. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities. The vast ice field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us, so it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs.
we cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested. Sorely tested, I expect. But for our homes and for our people, and a people not our own but in need, we will succeed. Spare no effort in your preparations. Once we depart, there is no turning back.
Besides the delegates assembled here, the Amalja and several other tribes offered to send troops of their own. Unfortunately, due to their philosophy, many would struggle simply to survive in the harsh climate of Israel. They would likely prove a tempting target for abduction by the philosopher may. All things considered, they can be better aid to cause by bolstering aspects of Neordia, though their eagerness to do so has been noted. We shall have to suffice. Ere we embark, we must distribute awarding scales to our comrades. Here do the honors. Awarding scales for the Guardian delegation. Take these scales. Many thanks. These talents would make up for the deciding factor in battles to come. I find myself conflicted through this parade to Garlemald. Sent by the Empire to infiltrate Ishtar, only to throw in my lot with those whose secrets I was supposed to be feeling. And now I lead a mission to save the countrymen I betrayed. That is doubtless why I have chosen Lord Imberg. He would have me put an extensive knowledge of former times he could use. I will not disappoint him. For the future of Ishtar, Garlemald, and the world at large, I will lead the victory. That's a set of warding scales I spied. Not that I would know what they look like. Ah, look at these. Even a layman like me can tell their first of a nature. All better to fend off the temporary waves. Is that the right term? Anyways, they'll give us one less thing to worry about, which just leaves other amounts of whatever else to make the rest of our life. Only way to find out, eh? And nervous or not, I'm marching through all 7 hells if it gives me a chance to see us back in the grave and move on. I like her, okay? I don't care what anyone else says. I hear you got something for us. I like this guy too. This guy's crazy. Ah, the scales everyone's been talking about. Pretty little things, aren't they? I reckon they'll be worth a deal or two when it's all over. But we'll hold on to them for now. And one more thing, I know what you're thinking. Why didn't they send in Sahar instead? Bugger if I know. All the Admiral and Captain Hilbert told me is that they needed someone to help safeguard the future. And here I am. Can't say they haven't got a sense of humor. Of course, some of you might be wondering what good a pirate is in dry land in the middle of the sodding snow of all places. Well, me and my crew do what needs to be, whatever needs doing. Let's sail, and however the staying goes on airships. Yes. So these are the famed boarding scales, enough for me and my men, I see. Under normal circumstances, I would not be allowed to travel outside of the boat. The elder seafarer, however, has granted me special permission. She has bid me lend my magical keyboard while learning all I can of their ways. In doing so, I will come closer to understanding myself and my place in this world. Or so she says. I say it is past time our allies benefit from the power of the Caesar's disposal. Some bemoan that we hide our light under brushwood, and I intend to address this person. Okay. Alright, Red Girl. We heard it would be cold in Garland, so we came prepared. Not prepared enough. And this. Oh, and the talismans. We are to keep these close at all times, yes? I will see that no one misplaces them. Ah, and before I forget, I have a message for Ian. In distant lands, in times of strife, together stand, together fight. In darkness shines the light of his life. I hope I had done his words justice. Roma, like Arthur, has been plagued by the towers. Yet while he could not be here, he wished to express his shared conviction. Ian and Yukari labor without rest to unite the people. With their aim will be keep the FPFA. And we, of the Steppe of the Eastern Alliance, will pay their efforts by ending this war. Max, do you have a warning skill for me too? Thank you for this. For going for such incredible lengths for my sake, for the sake of my people. Though I have little to offer in return, I would impart some advice, if I may. You have been told by many to wear the cold of this earth and cannot stress enough that this is no token warning. I will be distributing special tea-made warming tinctures, courtesy of the Alchemist Guild. Understand that there are no substitute for proper protection. I leave my provisions to set protection to your discretion. Now let us proceed to Alamiga's quarter. While you make your final preparations, I will have the pilots ready for their ships. Aha. This is our last chance to make ready before we set forth. You needn't worry about Urianger and I. We still have what we wore in Garland before. The city claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath his armor, and since he spent a fair bit of time up north with me as well, I have no reason to doubt his words. Most of the others will be borrowing Grand Company stock. The rest of you could do likewise. I suppose I provided you're not overly concerned with style. Of course I am. What do you mean? I'd rather be stylish and dead than fashionably ugly. Not to put too fine a point, but oh, auto roll. Nice. No. Up here comes the snazzy jazz. Oh, hey, it's Sataru. Is she coming? How? Aha, I have my ways. Oh, yes, indeed. I thought you could sneak off to Ishgard without telling me. Ha, nothing escapes my notice. Her ankles are gonna be so cold. No protection down there. That's not good. never cease to amaze. But why do you need a new outfit as well? Wait, are you coming with us? What? No, of course not, silly. It's all in the name of fashion, rather than pursuit of highest quality fashion. Besides, how can I expect others to wear my creations if I have not worn them myself? She's got a knife behind her back and then she's coming. I did have one other thing to share. Huskin, well, whatever that, has returned from their assignment in the faraway land. Though they'll be staying in the Rising Stone for a while, to keep an eye on the events throughout Areosia. They'll still be running things back at the headquarters. I was wondering if I could lend a hand to Charlotte. Oh, why not? You can keep crowd company in the Valdesian attics. Yes, we'd love to have you there, and we've heard Hermes and Bloomwilda did a fine job carrying on in our stead while we were lying comatose. With them in charge of the Rising Stone, we'll have nothing to worry about. My thoughts exactly. Also, while I'm confident you won't go collapsing again, because a certain someone who shall remain nameless in this position transferring souls to another world. If anything similar to disastrous were to happen, I'll be well positioned to do something about it. Anyways, I've got some things to take care of, and I'll make my way to Charlotte. I really do hope these new clothes are enough to keep you warm in Garlemald. It's not much, but it's the only thing I can do for you, other than pray for your safe return, which I will, every day. She needs to come with us. Stop being a coward. Let's not keep the contingent waiting any longer. Here are your winter woolies, handcrafted by yours truly. You expect me to wear that? Blah. Lame. Zara is desperately trying to retain her composure as she prepares to ski off on a perilous journey. Again, bombing us as always. I'm told the airship pilot has been sent to meet you. Ah, there he is. Alright, this is where we go our separate ways. Be careful. Many of us, it will be something of a homecoming. Our illustrious founder was only the most notable imperial defender. For that reason, the company is committed to the success of this expedition. Our resources are at your disposal, and if there ought we might do to be of further assistance, please do not hesitate to ask. If you're ready to depart, I will ready the engines. Upon boarding the Upon boarding the airship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. In addition, you'll be required to participate in battle. Progress will be saved at certain points. In the event that you're defeated, you'll be able to try again and all sorts of things. Yeah, I know all about that kind of stuff.
Ilsabard, divided in twain by a vast mountain range. Those who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step. But why go by foot when one can simply fly? On the outskirts of the Imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glacius, the winds howl in icy protest as if to warn against further trespass.
All the people aren't fully dressed. Like, that white mage is gonna get their legs frozen. They're gonna get amputated or something.
We've received word from Thancred's reconnaissance party. They've sighted a detachment of heavily armed Imperials.
Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps?
Perhaps, but there is more to it than that. Maxima reports that they are led by Vergilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number. However, they are also joined by several members of the 1st.
From what I recall, the 3rd Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varus's death. The 1st, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim to the throne. These legions were enemies.
Indeed. In fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War. Yet now, these former foes cooperate to defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion.
Suspicious?
Then it is all but certain they have been tempered.
So, what's the plan? If me and my crew is out reaving, we charge straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for.
Quite right. Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald, the very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable. Nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field.
How so? Savage beatings, disarmament, and imprisonment? Not impossible, but easier said than done in the heat of battle.
Having observed the opposition, I imagine Thancred had something to suggest?
He did. He and the other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position. Stored within is a stockpile of Magitech armaments, and once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of materiel, and likely force the detachment to send men to investigate.
Divide and conquer. Not a bad idea.
Once the scouts have finished their preparations, we will split into 2 groups. The first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies. As for the Scions, I ask that you lend your assistance where you deem it needed most. I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rearguard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice. Kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak.
tell me none of those people can look slightly to the right and see all those cats in the corner? Really?
Your proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked that we destroy the Imperial's toys in as spectacular a fashion as possible.
Ishtola always did have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks. All right, once more for my peace of mind. Our first objective will be to rig the enemy's magitech with explosives. After we've withdrawn to a safe distance, we'll detonate them remotely. Our second will be to issue a deactivation command to the automated units via the control terminal. If our calculations are correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much-needed upper hand. The blizzard will help us stay hidden, so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust in the plan, and we should all live to see tomorrow.
In the meantime, I will relay messages back and forth as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I ask again, but are you certain you wish to play the lone wolf?
Wouldn't have it any other way. Call it foolish and reckless if you like, but I'll get the job done. I always do.
What an edgelord, I hate him.
Very well. I wish you the best of luck.
No. Wait, I'm sneaking around and I'm gonna be doing that? Really? Kind of weird what's happening here.
Keep your wits about you.
It's time. We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count. Damn, spotted.
Sneaking around, but I instead just went in hard. Like being a rogue in WoW. Oh, it's sneaky. Huh? That guy didn't notice me at all. No complaining. I'm not complaining. It's okay. I'm going in all sneaky.
This is Thancred. The explosives are in place.
I like that, like,
very good
graphic that has
all is
on
proceeding
the
as
stuff
planned.
like that. That's cool. Should have had that at the beginning.
Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
Understood. Have the others wait at the rendezvous point. Damn.
Oh,
spotted.
I haven't figured out. I don't want to lose this right at the last minute. That would suck.
Seven hells.
Why do we gotta go about this sneaky? Why can't we just take him out? Damn it. We gotta wait for this thing to go all the way around. Total finesse. Never saw it coming. I'm a fan.
You are returned, and none the worse for wear, to my considerable relief.
What news from our comrades?
They stand at the ready.
Excellent. Then let the fireworks begin.
A few moments later, at the rear of Isilbar's contingent supply caravan.
The blizzard's beginning to clear. The Vanguard should be engaging the Imperials any moment now, if they haven't already. Ishtola and the others are with them, so I'm sure they'll be all right, but... Wait! Something's coming!
Oh no.
Oi, oi! Looks like we ain't the only ones who sent out scouts. Keep them away from the carriages! We lose those, and we're as good as dead!
Fighters! Protect the others! A brief respite, but stay alert.
Oh, we're not doing these ones over there?
Keep the carriages safe.
Am I moving up? Oh, I am.
A fine display, but the other carriages are still in danger. Go on ahead. We'll hold the line.
We're the only ones still struggling. Oh, we put our backs into it then. I've been eating for a good scrap. You lot all right back there?
We're fine. I'm ready for more.
Hear that? Get to the front and turn the tide.
Removed from the field was not a euphemism for enthusiastically murder.
It's nothing that won't heal. In time. The trouble is, their tempering has made them utterly fearless. Subduing them would be easier if they had the capacity to submit in the first place.
Well, this is the path our young charges would have us walk, and that we all agreed to follow. You knew it would be hard, yet still you pledged your lance, did you not?
That I did.
That's Vergilia! Damn it. I need to help the others take her down.
There's no end to them!
I was wondering when you'd turn up. There's no stopping us now. Come on, let's show them what we're made of.
We have them now! Forward!
Yikes.
A worthy adversary! Rest! Recover! Reclaim yourself! Then we will fight again! To the death!
Sadu Hatun!
That was the last of them. The day is ours, thanks to your timely arrival. What of the supply caravan? Outmaneuvered, but not outmatched. Good. Let us take the Imperials into custody and rejoin our comrades. And soon we shall arrive at the capital.
So cold and unforgiving. Thus spoke Emperor Solus as he gazed upon his barren domain. "800 years it had been since the Garleans first set foot here. Bested by the Kovosi after centuries of war and driven from fertile southern pastures into the blasted northern wastes. In that garden of desolation, they clung to one another for warmth, freezing, hungry, desperate, hated.
Evil Aetherite.
The chosen forsaken. In the year 1513 of the 6th Astral Era, a young legatus named Solus single-handedly sparked the Magitech Revolution. How did he conceive the machina that feed on ceruleum? Once a common, soft-spoken soldier, how had he so quickly ascended through the ranks? Like so many others, those who knew the truth are gone. Taking in the capital with his eyes for the first time, I recall thinking to myself, far colder on the earth than in the heavens. Yes, far colder indeed. Bitterly so.
Garlemald. Pretty depressing looking, isn't it?
Not so much as a whisper.
The roads leading beyond the city walls would have been used less in recent years. Nevertheless, this was one of the most important gateways into the capital.
A buzz day and night with activity, aye. Merchants passing through the checkpoint, many of them stopping at the local hostelries.
Surely they cannot all have been tempered.
We can consider the question after we have made camp. If we spend any longer outside, we may well freeze to death where we stand. The tempered Imperials, too.
This will be our temporary base of operations. Secure shelter for ourselves and the injured, and dispatch scouts to survey the surrounding area.
If we're planning on staying here a while, we ought to give this place a proper name.
Well, the constant sound of ice cracking underfoot makes me think of broken glass. An apt name, perhaps. But enough of this. To work, everyone!
Attuned to the evil aetherite. In spite of the obstacles we faced, our plan proceeds apace. Just a little further and we can reach the capital itself. Still, we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. As soon as the camp has been made fit of purpose, we discuss a course of action to proceed at. Do you mind asking your stolen Grau to join us in that building to the northeastern camp? Alize and I will meet you there. Bunch of people doing a locked duty. Don't even know what it is. I'm meeting guests. I'll make my way over once my head is clear. In truth, I've been feeling all sorts since we arrived. The air is thick with palpable aura of malevolence. 'Tis a monstrous tower on the horizon, jagged, hideous, unholy. Even at this distance, its presence is overwhelming. Much like the sensation I felt in the Tower of Zot, only far more terrifying, aether flows unceasingly towards it, converging in a swirling mass of unfathomable power. For a blessing, the constant chill in the air has helped to anchor my senses here and now. Tell the others I shall be with you in a moment. You'll be pleased to know that the tempering has been quartered inside the nearby buildings and receiving our treatment as we speak. I do, however, feel no small amount of guilt for commandeering civilian homes. The occupants may be long gone, but everything's exactly as they left it. Considering the length of time they have clearly passed since, one would expect to find them ransacked. Strangely, there is no sign of anything having been stolen. It's possible that everyone fled at the sign of trouble, though it seems to me that they've left far too many useful possessions behind. Although there's no conclusive evidence, I strongly suspect they were tempered. Sarli. I was merely thinking aloud. You mentioned the meeting? I will make my way there. Thank you for informing the others of our meeting. When everyone is here, we will begin.
Our present situation is as follows. Efforts to aid the people of Garlemald have begun in earnest. Moreover, having entered into the capital, the Imperial Palace is within our reach.
But before we proceed further, we must learn what has befallen this city, for therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telophoroid's designs.
I have a suggestion, if I may. Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glaciers are members of the Populares and acquaintances of mine. Once we have cured them of their tempering, they should be able to give a reliable account of the events leading to the capital's downfall.
A promising idea. I will assist the healers and their ministrations. Of course, I will require a proxy of my own, assuming you can spare one.
Would you like a hand?
No, I am sure we will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. The noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment, 'twill be prudent for me to remain within the camp.
This talk of curing the tempered is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern. All the houses round here are fitted with ceruleum heaters that could keep us warm and toasty. Problem is, the machines seem to have given up the ghost, and if we keep sitting around, freezing our asses off, we'll be next. My smiths reckon that with the right parts, they can have them working again, but it won't be easy.
Understood. The machinists will assist them in the repairs.
The rest of us should either stand watch or survey the area.
We've made our presence known to the Telophoroi. They will be searching for us, if they have not already ascertained our position. That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests they have yet to do so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time.
Or perhaps we are beneath their notice.
In any event, we'll find no answers standing around here. Urianger, Estinian and myself have visited Garlemald recently, so we'll lead the reconnaissance efforts. Perhaps bolstered by a few Bosnian and Dalmatian scouts from my previous excursion for good measure.
Don't forget about us Alamegans. We have experienced scouts of our own.
Well now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace. How about you, Graha? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours.
He really likes that vanishing spell.
'Twould be my honor to be of service, though I doubt that you of all people need rely on my tricks.
That leaves us with guard duty.
As a matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphino. Between here and the center of the capital lies the Eblan Rime. I would have you search the area for survivors. Your keen sense of direction, honed in your extensive travels, should prove useful in navigating the ice fields. As ever, you do not want for enthusiasm. But given your experience traipsing about through Kurthus, I should be surprised if you let a little inclement weather dampen your redoubtable spirits. And even if that were the case, the promise of hot soup upon your return would surely spur you to action. You all have your duties. Let us make haste. May the Fury bless and keep you.
Gods be good. If this cold was Tataru's clothing, I dread to think how we fare without it. I must remember to thank her after when we next meet. It makes me realize too, that while the people of Garlemald spend their whole lives in conditions like these, even they'd be hard-pressed to survive away from the warmth of their homes. If there are any survivors, we must find them, and quickly. Nah, they done. They done though. What? Ho, chums. Been given something to do, have you? As it happens, I too have been ordered to make myself useful. It sounds like rather a tall order. Since you ask, we'll scour the Eblan Rime for survivors. What, wander around the ice fields on the off chance you'll find someone? You take forever to finish the job without the benefit of my expertise, or more specifically, my telescope. Come friends, I know just the spot to begin our search. He's being useful. I don't get why everyone hates him. He's doing his best. I'll probably regret this, but we may as well humor him. I spy with my little telescope a massive sheep thing, or maybe it's a cow. Not what we're after either way. Is that an aether current? Ah no, just a wind spray. Other than that, it's all snow, snow, snow. But lo, what do we see here? Oh. There's no mistaking it. That's a girl. A survivor? Show me. Over there, behind that tree. It looks like she's running away from something. Though surely not us. She would have known if we're here unless she had a telescope like mine. All I can tell is she's wearing a pale green dress, rather fetching one, all that. Should be long gone by the time we get anywhere near, but we should be able to follow her footprints. I'll let Lucia know that where you're heading. Oh, and take this warming tinctures with you. The poor girl must be chilled to the bone, if not on the verge of freezing to death. That's awfully very thoughtful, thank you, but won't you need something for yourself? Oh no, I'll be fine. As a man of chivalry, my honor demands I do no less. And lest we forget, the very reason why we're here is to protect those in need. Now go, and Godspeed. A trail of fresh footprints lead east. These footprints appear to be the same as the ones we saw previously as they lead towards that building. Closer, I'm sure of it. At first, I thought she'd be gone inside the building, but the door doesn't look like it's been open for some time. She might still be nearby, so we'll have to look around here. Then again, it's also possible if she ran past this place. Would you mind searching up ahead? The girl in the green dress anxiously surveys her surroundings. Were you to call out to her from this distance, it might attract wild beasts to your location. It'd be safer to get closer, but you must do so without drawing her attention. Yeah, sneak up on her, then when she screams, it'll attract the wild beast anyways. That's smart. Follow the girl from a safe distance. The objective will end. Okay. It's one of those ones. Judging by that guy running back, I guess he failed. Ever sneaky. I don't know how far her range is. I'm just gonna assume that it's like, you know, logically long and not just. I'm just gonna hide where everyone else is hiding. Clearly they know what's going on. She's probably about to turn around now. Is someone there? Yeah, it's just all these other people running around, you know? I must be imagining things. No, they're there. They're running past you. You're not alone here at all. Oh, she's blitzing now. I could blitz too. Huh, 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 huh. I'm gonna hide here. What is she looking around for? If those beasts spot me, I'm done for. We'll stop more, okay? Who cares if we alert wild beasts? Last time I checked, I'm like the warrior of light, aren't I? I'm pretty sure I can take on some beasts. Gotta keep going. They're all depending on me. Probably should have got someone better to depend on. Oh, she's blitzing again. Let's go. Run, 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 run. Oh, she gonna turn around back here or something? It's a little further. Oh, ho, ho. This is the final spurt. Who is she talking to? Is she telling me this? Is she telling the beast she's trying to hide from? Run, 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 run. Easy. I can sell fish, I can sneak around. Still in one piece. Not for long. Feel better off just still trying to figure out how to upload that VOD. Who are you? Stay back. This house is packed with explosives. Take another step and I'll blow this place sky high. Well, what's wrong with her? She's a little bit on the crazy side. Geez, 32 gigs. Where do I even put that? I don't even know how big you can upload videos on YouTube. Okay, yeah, I'm good. I should be good with that. Good lord. It'll be done in 14 hours. No way. What the hell? Please, we just want to talk. I'm Alpha Node. This is my sister Alize and my good friend Ares. We have no intention of hurting or taking anything from you or anyone else. I give you my word. We and our comrades have come to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. Aid? You savages are the ones responsible for all this. You did this to us. We didn't, I promise you. One of the other reasons we came was to find out what happened here, in fact. The Telophoroi are the ones to blame. They're the ones who laid waste to Garlemald, and they won't stop until they destroy the entire world. They're the enemy. Our enemy. On our way, we encountered Imperial soldiers, who had made their thralls. Those poor souls are now in our care. We are striving to cure them of their affliction. You're the first person we met who has not already been enslaved. How were you able to escape the Telophoroi's influence? Are there any others like you? I'm sorry, I don't mean to overwhelm you. Let's start with introductions. Can you tell me your name? My name is Lucina. As for now, I've managed to stay sane. I've been asking myself the same question ever since that night, and the roar, that terrible roar, and then the screams. I was screaming too, I think. I'm not sure, I can remember. Then came the silence. Everything was still. It was like waking up from a nightmare. I thought that maybe the fighting had stopped, so I stepped outside. If your hells are real, I saw one that day. I ran past friends, people I've known all my life, eyes vacant, dead, staring at the sky. Others were mad and violent. I saw them struggle with soldiers, but didn't stay to watch. I fled as far as my legs would take me. You have family here. Is this their home? No, this is Victor's spoils, a mansion for retired soldiers, or it was. But now me and a few others are borrowing it. As for the explosives, I was making that up. I just wanted to keep everyone safe. I didn't know if you were... The truth is, our supplies are running low. You said you're here to help, can you? Of course, whatever assistance we can provide, we will. Thank you. I'd better tell the others first, though. Wait here. This is everyone. Lucina says that you can be trusted, but those desperate times would be fools to let foreign troops into our home. Having said that, were you to provide us with means of heating the place, as a sign of goodwill, perhaps we can take you at your word. If it's too much to ask, then leave us be. Time to put firewood gathering skills to use. Can you provide the spark with a little magic, I would say? I have a fire burning in no time. May we build it under that gazebo? The what? Oh, you mean the bower. Yes, do as you will. Okay, let's try this one more time. We are going to upload this the whole length of time. And let it do its thing. Lucina's inner turmoil is right with pain. It's plain on her face. Sorry, I was still finding it hard to come to terms with all this happening. Now that you're here though, I'm hoping things might change for the better. You know, I've worked up quite a sweat from all that running about, so I'll leave space around the fire for others. As you can tell, they're in far worse state than me. We're planning to look for somewhere warmer and with some food, but they're not going anywhere until we nurse them back to health, which I don't know how to do. Is there anything you can do to help them? I could treat their frostbite and their wounds, but it'll take some time for the fire to do its work. Now would be a good occasion to make use of Emmeline's tinctures, the ones you can warm the body from the inside out. Would you make sure everyone gets one? The numbness is beginning to subside, though I suspect once the fire dies, it will return with a vengeance. Warming tincture, I've never heard such a thing. No harm in trying. Tell me, have you heard aught of the city? Though calling it seems absurd after what's happened. It's nothing but ruins now. A few buildings still standing offer no more than meager protection from wind and snow. Food production, water purification, the magitex that sustained us has come to a grinding halt. What machina that remains operational cannot be run for a lack of ceruleum. Of course, ceruleum engines is full of the stuff. For all the good it does, no one here knows the first thing about extraction or refinement. What is this Garlean radio? All is well, yes, never better. Oh, what sweet libation is this? Is it poisoned by any chance? Haha, 'twas a joke. Haha, haha, ha. Ah, if I laugh, 'tis that I may not weep. So said the poet, and alas, my tears would freeze on my cheek ere they fall. We are the blessed damned to bear witness to the fall of a great empire, while our brethren lie dead, or live as puppets of flesh. First came the war, then came the roar. When morning came, Garland Mall was no more. In a cacophony of gunfire, explosions and screams, was our beloved capital razed to the ground. The rubble rose to disheveled remnants, their lavish finery caked in ash as they shuffled mindlessly towards the place, each bearing a fragment of stone or metal. Few tried to reason with the deranged, only to be beaten for their kindness. But I knew better than to plead with the horde. I fled with my health, if not my conscience was preserved. Now I wait with my fellow cowards for our final judgment. Wow, as poetic as that was, that guy is a mood. Relax, my guy. Have a cough drop or something. What do you want? Take a cough drop. A tincture. May as well drink it, I suppose. This? It's a radio. You don't have them where you come from, I take it? We use them to listen to messages sent by others, even over great distances. There are different types, but this model is far the most popular. Made with quality components, crafted from the finest ore, sourced from Locus Ammonius, it is. Not all that's useful since the capital fell into ruin. The people at the broadcasting station must have either fled or ended up like the others, because all we've been hearing is the same music being played over and over again. Home beyond the horizon, an ode to our brave men and women sent to reclaim our ancestral homeland of Locus Ammonius. We may be found in an empire in these frozen wastes, but we've always hoped to take back what was once ours. It's a solemn reminder that though we must suffer great hardship, better days will surely come. Despite everything, I believe that Emperor Varus yet lives, and that he speaks to us through our radios. It was cunning strategy faking his murder. He must have foreseen this catastrophe and chosen to conceal himself, that he may one day make his triumphant return. Yes, I'm sure of it. Emperor Varus would not be defeated so easily. What's that? It's a tincture. Have a cough drop. the hell? Give me a second. I'm so confused, God. So this is what you gave the others. Thank you. I'll save it for later. Actually, I have a few things to ask you. Are you a part of a group staying in Laterum? I saw Legatus or galleon troops heading towards the Magus Glacier a few days ago. Are they the ones you encountered? Camp Broken Glass, you call it. The Virgilla and her men are all there now. So how did you reach the Maga Glaciers? Did you come across the mountains on foot? Airships. Then there might be a way to... Messina, where is everyone? Is something the matter? A voice from inside, you say. You must be imagining things. Everyone's out here. Perhaps a baby Almastia has found his way into our house. It wouldn't be the first time. Without the soldiers to scare them off, wild animals have been roaming closer to the settlements. Someone has been known to attack people too. I've just had an idea. If you and yours are strong enough to defeat the Legatus, then surely a few beasts shouldn't pose a threat. If you mind to continue helping us, perhaps you can head over to the side link. There's a small group of tappers living there, people whose job is to extract ceruleum. They still do, from what I can tell. I've already tried asking if they would share their fuel with us, but they're no willing to give it away. They want food in exchange, lots of food. That's something we don't have, we can't get on our own. On top of that, to even reach the den, we'd have to make our way past all those creatures. Would you be willing to go in our place? We only need ceruleum to last until the others are strong enough to travel in your camp. If yours still stand, that is. Oh, and I don't expect you to give up your own supplies. There might be another way to pay the tappers. Huh. Ah yes, of course. If I see any, I'll be sure to shoot them away. To reach Tapper's Den, you'll have to cross the lake. The ice is thick enough to support a person's weight, but if you'd rather not take the risk, you'll need to take a long way around. Finding an entrance can be too tricky too. It'd be easier to just look for someone standing guard outside. However, you decide to head there, please be careful.